How to enter a trade successfully. So this is GMT. This is a setup which has been posted in the group charts channel, and currently the price action is about to break out, or in the process of breaking out, of this consolidation or reversal pattern, a cup and handle. There is loads of these at the moment, as altcoins which have been consolidating for a year or so are now starting to break out. Now Bitcoin is very bullish, and the altcoins, of course, are trying to follow suit. So this is the daily chart. So you can see on TradingView it says D there, and then there 1 day. We're on the daily chart. So we've got a very broad perspective of the price action. This is the start of 2023. This is the start of 2024. You can see in October when Bitcoin started its run up, all the alts started to run as well. But of course, it's taken the alts time to catch up. We had a bit of a sell-off in January, which is typical of January, and then the price action has come back down, and now it's in the process of breaking out again. So I'm seeing that we've broken out. I'm wanting to enter this trade, but I need to enter the trade in a way which gives me the best possible chance of success. So I'm going to zoom in to the hourly by clicking on the daily and moving it to 1 hour. And we'll zoom in and we'll see what's going on with the price. So each of these on the hourly chart, each of these candles represents 1 hour time frame. So this was midday on the Saturday the 9th. This was midnight on Monday the 11th, etc. So these are just hourly candles. So this has just been the last week or so. So I'm looking for a pattern of some kind which can help me get confirmation that the trade is going to continue upwards, that the price action rather is going to continue upwards towards our targets. Okay, so what do? Well, we use trend lines. So we're going to get our diagonal trend line tool because I can see a pattern, and the rule is with trend lines, the most they go where the most touches are. All right, so for example, if I try and put that in here, no, that's not right, that doesn't make any sense. So let's put that, there we go, we've got nice 2 touches there, really great, which shows that people have also seen this pattern. And if I'm not mistaken, we also have a couple of touches here, which is forming a almost symmetrical triangle. Now, typically with symmetrical triangles, there's a 50-50 chance of it breaking either way. But, and here's the but, the clue in which direction it will probably go is the direction that the price action enters the triangle. So if the price action has entered the triangle from below, which is bullish, then the chances of it breaking to the upside are probably slightly skewed in the bull's favor. Whereas if the price action had come down and entered the triangle, then the likelihood of it breaking lower is probably slightly increased. So this is, we could look at this as a bull flag as well. A bull flag is a temporary pit stop when the price is on its way up, just for it to consolidate and people take profits and people buy in again, and then it should continue on its way. But in order to enter this trade, I'm going to need confirmation. I want confirmation that it's not going to drip down here. I want to see it move up in this direction. So I'm going to set an alert on TradingView just above this upper triangle trend line. Change its color, make it dashed so I understand it's not trend line. Then I'm going to add an alert. Okay, so I'm going to put GMT long trade alert. I'm going to set it so it gives my Alexa the correct announcement. Alexa will tell me when there's a potential trade opportunity, so I'm doing that, and create. So now when the price action breaks above this yellow line, which would be bullish, I will get a notification, and then I can choose to enter the trade. It will obviously be a buy the breakout strategy, and depending on the weather conditions will depend on how I enter the trade. If the weather conditions are good and Bitcoin's looking very bullish, then I may just buy the breakout and see if it continues upwards. If the weather is looking a bit suspect, I might wait for the price action to come back up and retest this trend line. As an example, this spot here, it would be a lovely place for the price action to come up and then come back down to, because then we have a trend line which can act as support with the diagonal line, and then we have a trend line which acts as support on the horizontal, which if the price action did come back down here, this would be a perfect entrance because you've got double the amount of buyers. Whereas if I may, maybe the price action comes up here and then bounces just off this trend line, it's only one set of buyers. So depending on the weather will be depending on how I enter this trade, but the first step for me is to establish confirmation that it's going to continue higher. And even though if it breaks out and Bitcoin does something crazy, the price action can still come back down into the pattern, but I'm not going to just buy in here because it could just roll over and come down. And I don't want to waste my time. Nobody wants to be in a trade which isn't in profit if they can help it. So this is an extremely strong trend line. This is historically been resistance to the price action. We can just scroll around. We can just, you might want to check. So again, here you see, look, resistance, very strong resistance. And I think we've got, here we go, resistance again. The price action hasn't been able to break above it. And scroll back some more if we can. Oh, we're going a long way. See if we can find some more. And again, you can see acting as resistance here and then acting as support here. So this is the trend line to flip from resistance to support, which is why this setup is about buy the breakout of 0.3695, which is where we are now, as a lot of buyers are going to show up now we've broken above this line. But again, we need confirmation. So I've set an alert. I'll go and watch a TV program or something, and if the price action decides to go down, then I haven't entered the trade and there's no loss, and then I can look for another opportunity when it has another go at breaking out, or my alert will go off and I'll come and look at this trade, see that it's breaking out of this diagonal trend line, this symmetrical triangle, and then that would be an opportunity to buy in because I've had confirmation that there's going to potentially be bullish continuation and the price action is going to continue upwards. That's a safe way to enter. So just to summarize, start assessing your trade on the larger time frames, which we've done with this setup. Cup and handle, we see an opportunity if it breaks out, but don't just buy in on the daily. Zoom in and find a good entrance. So now we zoom in. We've plotted some trend lines. We've seen a potential pattern. We know the probabilities of this pattern, 50-50, skewed a little bit bullish because the price actions come up into it. And now we've set an alert. We go and watch TV, have a break, have a cup of coffee, and then whenever it decides to break above, we get an alert, and then that's an opportunity to enter. It's good because we get confirmation that other traders are thinking the same thing. The second this trend line breaks, all the traders are thinking, right, well, it's going up. So that's how you do it. Look at the setup, zoom in, find a pattern which you can use as confirmation that the trade is going to continue upwards, or at least gives you the best chance, and then set an alert and enter. It's that simple. That's it for now. Thanks so much.